In this video, we're going to explore the 3 stages of entrepreneurial development, as described by Super Peter, a digital marketing teacher and serial entrepreneur. Peter is saying that they are basically 3 stages, and it's important for entrepreneurs to realize at which stage they are so that they can make progress and move on to the next stage. The first stage is social, the second stage is informational, and the third stage is algorithmic. So let's talk about the first stage, which is the social stage. This is where the entrepreneur realizes that he has to hustle and network and meet a lot of people in real life in order to make connections and try to build a business. Relationships. Entrepreneurship has always been primarily social, especially before the arrival of the internet in the 1990s. In other words, if you wanted to start a business, you've got to be a very social person. You've got to be very good with people, and you've got to be able to shake hands before you can strike a deal. But since the arrival of the internet, we are shifting to the second stage of entrepreneurship, which is the informational stage. This means that instead of moving your legs and going out there, you can actually do a lot of research online so that you can discover the promising markets. You can study the competition. You can create educational programs to inform and educate prospects and customers. Although we are in 2024 and all the social media tools and the internet research tools are available, few entrepreneurs know how to do proper marketing research, and that's why their products and services often fail. The third stage is what is happening today, and it's called algorithmic because entrepreneurship is becoming scientific. It's almost like software development. In other words, there are rules and procedures, and you've got to do your homework. If you are to succeed in business, in other words, creating a new business is very similar to creating a software program in the sense that you've got to test every line of code. And if all your lines of code are working, then the software is working, which means that your business is going to be functioning, but you've got to test often, and you've got to debug your software program or your business. So you forgot to look at your situation and realize where you are right now. Are you at the social stage, the informational stage, or the algorithmic stage? Most entrepreneurs that Super Peter has interacted with and consulted for, and even trained, are stuck at the social phase, because that is the most obvious phase to be in. In other words, such entrepreneurs tend to think that in order to launch a business, you've got to meet a lot of people. You've got to socialize, you've got to create or attend networking events, but they are stuck in an antiquated way of doing business, like as if the internet did not exist. You can sit behind your laptop and meet a lot of people on LinkedIn and Facebook and do a lot of deals on the phone or through Zoom sessions. You can also do a lot of research, market research, competitive research, so as to maximize your chances of success in business, assuming that you are at the informational stage and you know how to get all the research information so that you can create the right product and you are targeting the right market. Then your next challenge is to treat your business like a software program and develop it step by step, like as if it was an algorithm. So these 3 stages were conceptualized by Professor Super Peter because he can see clearly that too many entrepreneurs are focused on socializing and networking, but they're not doing proper marketing research in order to determine which market they should be serving and which product they should be developing. And therefore, they're spending a lot of energy in the physical world when they could do a lot of work behind the laptop. And then there are people who do a lot of research, but they don't understand that information is not potent. An algorithm is more potent because it's a procedure for taking action and for verifying whether the results you are getting are good results or bad results. Ultimately, entrepreneurship or starting a business is going to become like software development, and therefore you've got to think. You've got to learn computational thinking, which is a topic that we'll explore in the computational thinking basically means that you've got to solve a problem in a way that the solution can be executed by other people or by software programs or computers. With computational thinking, an entrepreneur will be focused in the right direction because he will create solutions that can be scaled. Larry Page, the founder of Google, said it best. He said that if you're going to solve a problem, solve it for everyone in the known universe. That is really the essence of computational thinking. Entrepreneurs have to understand that business is incredibly difficult. Creating new products is very difficult, and therefore you have to think about the scaling issue even before you finalize your product. Elon Musk put it this way. He said that designing and developing a new product is not difficult. The chief difficulty lies in making sure that your product can be mass manufactured. In other words, Elon is talking about scaling. So let's go back to the 3 phases that we discussed earlier. In other words, the social phase, the informational phase, and the algorithmic phase. Scaling is not possible at the social phase because socializing and networking requires that you spend time and energy, both of which are in short supply. Scaling is possible at the informational stage because you can always gather more research information to inform your decision making, and you can also publish information products in order to educate and inform prospects and customers. Scaling is also possible if you treat your business like a software program, so that once you have a functioning business, you can basically franchise your business. Or you can replicate your business by creating many branches for expansion. You can also sell a license to other business partners so that they can use your business blueprint. What is important is to clearly understand at which stage you are and to strive to move to the next stage. If you are currently an entrepreneur who is very busy, it's very likely that you are stuck at the social phase, where you're trying to do things in the physical world and you're trying to socialize and network. If you're at the informational stage, then it means that you are very effective at gathering information in order to inform your decision-making, and there is a process for the strategic collection and analysis of information, and we call it online marketing research. At the informational stage, you are also publishing a lot of useful and relevant information in order to inform prospects and customers. And this is largely what digital marketing is all about, especially content marketing. But I think that the ultimate phase is the algorithmic phase, where you're treating your new business like a software project, and you've got to test every line of code, and you've got to put that software in the hands of customers and users so that they can tell you whether they like the product and how you can improve your product.